Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland. I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my lesson. It's my meditation that I do daily. I record it and release it because maybe somebody else can get something out of it. If you knew, I go over the three major religions. I'm studying the three major religions and I'm going chapter for chapter. So it might take me years to get through it. I'm going through the Bible, the Quran, and a Buddhist text. The first one is it's called The Shape of Suffering by Thanissaro Bhikkhu. If I don't say the name correctly, I'm sorry. It's just a study lesson for me. I'm learning, so I don't have all the answers, and I may not be able to pronounce the names correctly, but I'm trying. So if you have any comments that you want to leave, please feel free to do that. If you have any thoughts on my lesson, please leave your comments so that I can learn. I want to learn. I want to become a better person. Choose God this day. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody has to be perfect. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, they sin. We all sin. We all sin. You know, it's whom you serve. Choose God this day. Never lose your hope. You know, find your hope. Find your love. Find your joy. Find your peace. Find it, you know. Never give up on yourself. If you know, never give up on yourself. Love yourself first, you know. Because if you don't have anybody else to love you, you have yourself and you can love yourself. If you lose everything and you're still alive, don't give up your hope because you can always rebuild. Never give your hope up. So I'm coming out of a Buddhist text, and it discusses Buddhism, and it's the shape of suffering. So I'm just gonna read a little bit of it, and you know. I finally made it to chapter 1. I finished the introduction a few meditations back. So I'm just going to read a little bit of it because it's different than reading the other text, okay? And it's talking about dependent co-arising. And it talks about what it is. If you don't know what it is, look it up. You know, because I've already discussed it, but it kind of deals with rehearsing and overthinking, you know, just to make a little quick summary. Dependent co-arising, if I don't say the names correctly, forgive me for that, okay? I'm just learning. So, dependent co-arising Paticca Samuppada is Buddha's most complete analysis of the conditions leading to suffering together with conditions leading to suffering's end. A passage in the canon states that this was the topic he contemplated on emerging from his first week of meditation after his awakening, you know. I have heard that on one occasion the Blessed One was staying at, now forgive me for the name, Uruvela by the banks of the Naranjari River at the root of the Bodhi tree, the tree of awakening, newly awakened. And on that occasion, he sat at the root of the Bodhi tree for 7 days in one session, sensitive to the bliss of release. You know, like sitting maybe on, you know, on a riverbank, just sitting there meditating, just enjoying the water and just thinking, you know, just to get some summary, you know, what I'm thinking about it so far. Have you ever done that? At least sat on the riverbank for some hours. That's very soothing and relaxing. I grew up fishing and stuff like that, you know. Then the passing of 7 days after, that's a long time to be on a riverbank though. But, you know, it's okay. You know, people can do it. You can fish and eat and all that. Why not? Like camping, you know. Then when the passing of 7 days after emerging from the concentration in the third watch of the night, he gave close attention to dependent co-arising in forward and reverse order thus. When this is, that is. From the arising of this comes the arising of that. When this isn't, that isn't. From the cessation of this comes the sensation of that. In other words, from ignorance as a requisite condition from fabrications. From fabrications as a requisite condition comes consciousness. From consciousness as a requisite condition comes name and form. From name and form as a requisite condition comes the sixth sense media. From the sixth sense media as a requisite condition comes contact. From contact as a requisite condition comes feelings. From feelings as a requisite condition comes cravings. From cravings as a requisite condition comes clinging sustenance. From clinging sustenance as a requisite condition comes becoming. From becoming as a requisite condition comes birth. From birth as a requisite condition, then the aging and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, distress, and despair come into play. Such is the origination of this entire mass of stress and suffering. I'm going to stop right there. I mean, it's to me, it's like getting us ready to say, without this, there's no that. Just an example. You got to have one to have the other, you know, which is interesting. This is just the beginning. So we're just entering the beginning of this. This is going to be an interesting thing to think about. It's going to make us take our thinking into a different direction and expand our consciousness, you know. I'm for God. I'm for learning. I'm for understanding. I want to understand other people's cultures and how they think about things, because I want to be able to get along with people better, you know. So that's why I do my meditations. There's another religion that I heard about that I want to study too, that I want to incorporate somehow. But I can't remember the name of it, but I wrote it down somewhere. Because I want to hear all the different theologies, the thoughts, you know? So I can make a better informed choice for how to become a better person and see whether where's the differences and where's the similarities. That's why I'm doing it. Anyway, I want you to smile this day anyway. Reach out to one person at a time. One person at a time. One person at a time. Okay?